What's going on, guys? This is some gameplay from the FC Pro event, and the reason I wanted to make this video is I wanted to explain to you the importance of basics and football understanding. It's very, very important, and why I decided to make this video is because I think a lot of people don't understand in FC that the basics are the most important things. It's true that all the fancy stuff and all the mechanic abusing is really, really good, but at the end of the day, it's all about the basics. In fact, if you watch my gameplay, if you're an old school viewer, you would know that I used to use fake shots quite a lot. I've even removed fake shots. Of course, it's very important to use skill moves, but I've made my gameplay even more basic so everyone can understand, because there's no other, to be completely candid, there's no other content creators out there that are playing basic football and are teaching the game in a basic way. You have all this mechanic abusing, finesse outside the box, Travellas. That's all fine for this year, but that won't make you a better player for the rest of all the other FC games, or the other FIFA games that you played, or even UFL that's coming out around about the Christmas time or end of Christmas or whenever that's coming out, 2024, or even Goals that eventually comes out. A lot of people have said that from the principles that we've taught, they learn they can put these, and it translates to every football game. It's all about the basics. You know, people always say to me, Neil, why don't you teach mechanic abusing? What's the point? Any good coach in FC, I mean a real good coach, will know that mechanic abusing is not the way going forward. Yes, if you want some quick, easy solution, it's going to help. Maybe you might get better, like 1 or 2 extra wins, but it's not going to help you get better. That's why people get stuck in the same cycle of getting 14, 15 wins or 12, 13 wins, and they never improve year on, year out. That's why in my FIFA School Series, I only teach the basics. That is all I do. I only teach the basics. I have higher level stuff as well, more advanced stuff. But once you learn the basics, you've proven. How do I know this? Because I have accounts in Division 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way to Elite. I test the gameplay. I see what people are making. And that's why I made the gameplay more basic. If you watch me in FIFA 19, if you type in Neil Guys FIFA 19, right? Have a look at some of my 15k teams in FIFA 19, right? This is some really, really old school footage, really old school footage, right? Let's have a look at these random examples, right? These are just me just when I was playing pretty casually on the stream. But you can see, for example, even with like a cheap 15k team, you can see examples here. A lot of the time I use drag backs, I use teammate contain, I use very advanced level stuff. Now what's happened is over time is I've evolved, because maybe a bit of naivety, but I was always under the impression that everyone had pretty good basics. But the truth is, a lot of players, they don't have good basics. And this is why people, they struggle. That is why you might have seen me when I teach now, we removed hug the sidelines, removed all this stuff, because all you need to get to the elite division is the basics. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is, we're going to go back to this gameplay over here. And I put this in the background so you don't get too bored with my explanations and my documentaries. But all the pros do is, like, see this power, this player lock and all this, all they do? All they're doing is they're using the basics and then they're adding these things on top. You see, if you really want to become a good player, you have to learn the basics. And what I would say this as well, you might see me advertise my FIFA School Series, okay? The reason why I offer a money back guarantee, yeah, is because I know realistically, if you follow the series as I tell you to do it, you will always improve, but you have to follow it like I tell you to do it, because we know it's a guaranteed process. But what I would say is, if you're sitting here and you're on the fence about joining my FIFA School Series or FC School Series, in my opinion, if you don't want to learn the basics, then don't join, because it's not a place to learn mechanic abusing. Mechanic abusing is very easy. Yes, we have some videos where we explain overpowered mechanics. We of course explain finesse shots outside the box, how to defend against them, etc., and Travellas. But we don't promote this kind of stuff, because realistically, if you look at the pro players, look for example how this player is taking a touch away, this player using left-stick dribbling, jostling. You see, there's nothing elaborate here. Look at the player on the ball, a simple through ball, a simple taking a touch away with Mendy, a touch going upwards, Bellingham, left-stick dribbling. There's a lob pass to the top. Then when they get inside the ball, look, left-stick touch downwards. Then he gets the ball with Neymar, a normal X pass, a ball roll, and then the Trivela is used to get that final piece of glue. Now, do you need to use a Trivela? Look, you can if you want to. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of players, and this is why, with all due respect, a lot of people say to me, oh, I'm an elite player. The truth is, elite means nothing. I'm telling you straight, it means nothing. I'm trying to tell you honestly. I'll tell you why. It's because before I used to judge people based on their divisions, because for champions, you can argue it's a bit of random, right? But the problem is nowadays is that because there's no relegation, over time, you will naturally make your way to the elite division. I mentioned this already in a video, but that is the problem. So a lot of people, for example, they get into the elite division and they're not elite division players. The way to know if you are really a good player what I'd recommend is use a very basic team. Don't use skill moves. Don't use Trivellas. Don't use finesses, and see how far you can get. Now, of course, don't forget, this is pro versus pro. You have to remember, on the pro scene, this is their job. They have to do everything to break the game. They're going to break everything possible. They're going to use everything at disposal because this is their job. And contrary to belief, these guys don't earn a lot of money. Maybe the top 10, 15 guys do. But a lot of these guys are students. They don't really make that much money. They only make about a couple of £1,000 and from their contracts. And even then, from those that do have the contracts, luckily enough, if they win a prize pool, they're lucky. But it's only the top 10 that really make the money. But you can see here, even with everything at stake, it's all the basics. Let's dribbling, take a touch away, knowing when to turn. See Cancelo, see how this player didn't commit going forward. See a lot of players, when they get the ball, I'm going to pause it just at this moment here. You see that? Knowing that you're going to get overtaken, turn the ball around, and then recycling the ball. You see, it's all about waiting for the opportunity. Look, simple, less dribbling. No agile dribbling. There's no controlled sprint. Simple pass there with Bellingham. There's a ball roll. Bit of dribbling there, bit of less dribbling. Unfortunately, lost the ball. Have a look at Modric now. Gets the ball over there. You see L1 triggers pushing players going forward, waiting for that timing, taking a touch away. But you can see a lot of what these pro players are doing is just the basics. You can see, for example, there how that player lose the ball, whether it's pro or not. The basics are still the most important. As you would see a lot of the time, is you see a lot of top tier players that maybe their basics are not that good, but they're very good at abusing the game. That's why I would say, if you ever do get a coach, because I know a lot of people always ask me, because we are completely subscribed to the brim. There's a massive waiting list. That's why we've closed coaching for the masses and the general public now. The truth speaking, because there's only one of me, and we cannot even do it anymore. It's just not physically possible. The amount of emails we get every single day, but what I recommend is if you're looking for a good coach, look at someone that focuses on the basics, goes over the fundamentals in your gameplay. But that's just one thing I wanted to mention. You can see, for example, like Kylian Mbappe. Look at that simple elastic touch away. Yes, you can argue, even in this example here, I'm watching this goal for the first time. You can see, look, a simple pass, gets the ball with Ginola, a simple pass down to Mbappe, takes a left stick touch upwards, then there's a shot cancel, and then there's a left stick touch, takes a shot on the other side. Did need to do the shot cancel there probably, but still did to kind of glitch the animation. But again, that is the small fine details that will give them the extra level. But you could see most of it is pass and move. There's no quick, easy, advanced solution. Defending, it's all about positioning. I just wanted to mention that. I'll upload a video in the next couple of days or so where I talk about how to analyze your gameplay, how to see what you're doing wrong and how to improve. But in the day, that is the reason why we focus on basics. It's because when you learn the way that we teach you, you're good at any FC. And that is why, for example, maybe from a business standpoint, what I'm doing is not a good idea. Maybe from a business standpoint, the way to maybe make the most amount of money, to be the most lucrative business, would be to be like a car company. Only release a bit, release the mechanic abusing. And that's why a lot of these other creators are going to release mechanic abusing videos, because they want you, well, maybe they don't want you to come back, but when you learn mechanic abusing, every single year you come back. My job is you join my channel or you watch my videos, you watch it and you don't come back. That's why I get a lot of viewers. If you look at my views are millions when the game comes back, because everyone wants to see what I say, what's the changes, and then later on in the year, they know the changes. Is it good for me? Probably not, but at the end of the day, my job is to help everyone get better at the game, not for everyone to abuse the game. But that's what I wanted to say in regards to that. So always focus on the basics. Always ask yourself, are you doing the basics correctly? Always look at your game, analyze. As I said, there'll be a video on that coming soon. And I was hoping you enjoyed this video. Just a bit of a quick, I suppose you can say a discussion. But as I said, you know, I would say also football principles are good to do. This is why I don't like scoring like headers and scoring from outside the box. For me, it's considered low skill goals. Am I saying you should play that way? Absolutely. For you, why would you not shoot from outside the box? Why would you not head the ball? Just because I don't do that, it doesn't mean that you should. But it's because I want to play good, clean football with a good skill gap. This game hasn't got a skill gap, but the truth is, look at this. You can see a Bellingham take a touch, pass down at the bottom. You can see there is a ball roll, simple, and then there's a shot inside. You see, there's nothing. There's no, maybe the Trivela you can argue, but it's a decision making in those situations. But if you look at all the goals in these clips, you can see, look, De Jong gets the ball. That's the one that we mentioned a bit earlier. You can see here, Dembele gets the ball. Look at that. When that player got that ball there wasn't anything elaborate. There wasn't some amazing. It's like, here, look, take a touch away, get the ball, recycle the ball backwards, get the ball to Dembele. Simply Di Natale, take a touch inwards, and then take a finesse shot towards goal. Keep it very, very simple, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.